And yes, the sound is on. It's just this quiet. I don't know what the possibilities are with this, but we are going to find out in about 20 minutes. Yep, this is going to take a minute. I have introduced a crack, ever so slightly, right down here. Now I'll chase that crack to the other end. That crack is not transferring through to the other side, so we'll flip it over and we'll start again. Beginning to see it. Right there. Ha! How about that? We ain't out of the woods yet. We'll see if we can get our final dimension out of this. Nope, too much. That looks good. Good. Get that fixed right there? Yeah, let's cut that. This end is kind of busted out there a little bit. I'll try to get a better corner.
back all the way.
That's all right. That's just handier than button on a shirt.
It's pretty handy. Pretty close, huh?
So that worked better than I thought. We wanted a good uniform edge, or at least relatively straight, which is why I cut it with a hammer. Finesse that screw. You get to show your art on this one.
Okay, that's going to be great. And all the same from floor to ceiling will be spectacular. And then you'll bring it over here, whatever, above the window level and stop it at those two big posts.
Vertical post, yeah. Now we've got a pretty big canvas
We got
there.
a huge canvas. I cannot tell you how pleased I am with this wood. Just walking on this surface is amazing.
It is, isn't it?
It is. There's nothing like it.
But I've got to make your door over there.
Oh, I got you.
Oh, for underneath?
Yeah.
So they're going to be made out of the IPB.
Yeah, two of them. It'll be.
Will they just be kind of look like more of the siding?
It'll look just like that siding.
Okay.
I'm excited about our new gutters. I think they're going to be pretty and functional. In your mind, tell us a little bit about the direction of these steps. Where do they start and where do they go?
Well, they'll start right here. Boom.
Okay.
This is the logical place to come out.
Okay.
And I was going to go down pretty quickly here. Dun, 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 dun. Just down on that level right there.
Okay.
Really have had a tough time getting the metal. The metal kind of went out the back door.
Oh,
and
the material.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
The contractors just flaking out to some degree.
came back with an exorbitant price
For the stainless steel
for the
posts.
stainless steel. I think he kind of decided, well, if they want to do something, I'm going to make some money on it. And he just kind of, boom. You know, if you accept this, we'll figure out how to do it. But he really didn't have an answer for me of how he's going to do it. That was a red flag to me.
Okay. So now you got to find someone else?
I got to figure something out, don't I? We need to put a handrail on this beautiful deck we are building. The owners like the idea of less is best. So our choice has been the stainless steel cable rail. I'd like those posts to sit right on top with no visible means of support. But there is going to have to be support. It's going to have to be strong. So originally I had designed a steel post system. We've got a problem with that. And the problem is steel rusts. Okay, we can paint them. Yeah, you can. Can you paint it all? This deck is a 60-year deck. Handrail should last. at some point, even if you paint them, they are hollow and you cannot get a full coverage, and the insides will sweat and they will rust and it will begin to bleed, and at the bottom of each post you'll end up with a rust stain. So we don't want that. So what are our options? Stainless steel. Okay, nobody does it, especially around here anyway. But I found a fella and I talked to him about the design, and yes, he could do it in steel, and I asked him to consider stainless steel. The price came back almost 3.5 times what the quote for steel was, which was high. Even with steel, we are compromising because the entire concept of this deck is showcasing very subtly, very cleanly, this beautiful Brazilian hardwood, the Ipe. All right, so I'm going, okay, let's build these posts. They got to be strong enough if he does not glue. Okay, I could sit here and describe you the process, or I could just show you. So I kind of hate myself right now. I didn't realize that when I bought it, but upon closer inspection and looking at the fine print, that blade is made in China. When it fits. If it don't, it don't. And when it fits, it fits. Hi.
So what are we doing?
I got my buddy Brent on the camera. Say hi to the camera, Brent.
Howdy.
I'm trying to do something that probably shouldn't be done, which is normal standard operating procedure. But it can be done. This is a furtherance of the working with the IPI posts and gluing up this material. And the difficult nature, because one of its attributes is one of its drawbacks. The big attribute is it does not rot. And it's long lived. So, the only way to glue it is with epoxy. So what I've done here on all of this woodwork here, first off I did the mill run, so I made my joints work. And then I took alcohol and I washed the oil off of the joints. Now I've mixed up some West Systems G-Flex epoxy. This is a 1-to-1 mix, 2-part epoxy. The reason it's called G-Flex, I don't know what the G stands for, but the flex means it does not ever cure brittle or rigid, and it stays flexible. So hopefully in our joints it will move a little when the wood moves. And I put it into this little bag here so I can make a piping bag. So we can squeeze it in. We got glue where we want and not glue where we don't.
So is that kind of the same principle as decorating a cake?
Yeah. I'm
Get
going
the
to
squeeze bag for the icing and
squeeze bag for the icing. I can squeeze that glue. Right in where I want it. So that is glue where we want it and not where we don't.
so you had to design and make the jig for this project.
Oh yeah, the jig, that's a whole nother story. Because in order to get good clampage, you gotta have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 clamps. So I just made up a jig that I can bolt this thing together with, because I'm going to do 2 of these at a time, so that's 24 clamps. And I've got to do 15, so I can actually set up and do another group and bolt them together.
And see, this is going to be an outdoor project for one of your customers?
Yeah.
What kind of posts are they? They're going to be lighting on them or what? Don't know yet.
Well, it's going to get complicated. I don't take projects anymore from any other than my exclusive client members. They give me poetic license So I've got a lighting scheme in mind for this particular one that we'll just say stay tuned for that.
So, in other words, they allow you to be creative. Is that what you're saying? So not only did you have to dream up the design of this project, but you had to dream up the jig to put it together with, right?
I don't sleep much nowadays. Well, I made a decision 30 years ago that I do not regret. And I haven't worked a day since. Because I started doing what I love. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, this is supposed to be relaxing. And it is frustrating. It has its moments. First of all, I pre-cut all of these. So now I can line them up. I can just pull them. That stuff is like honey. It moves slowly. There. I can line them all up like that. Now if you look, the way that joinery is, these side pieces notch into what is the top and the bottom right now. So the first thing I need to do is pull in that top and bottom. Look at that. We're going to get some goos out. That's what we want. We want glue to come out of everywhere.
That means you have enough glue in there, right?
Mm-hmm. I did get plenty of glue, and we do have quite a bit of squeeze out, but that's okay because our posts overall are a bit oversized right now.
So that means you get to mill them down?
And I will plane them all down once I get them all glued up. They'll go through our little thickness planer and they'll come out.
But you had to think of that. You had to think, okay, I've got to oversize because I'm going to have squeeze out. So you had to think that beforehand, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yes, the glue is expensive. $130 for 2 quarts. You gotta have 2 quarts. 2-part. But if they're gonna sit out on the back of this deck for 60 years, we used $10 worth of glue on 1 post. I think the cost per hour goes down significantly. Another day on the post saga. I got the post glued up, all cleaned up. Now I'm making jigs. Ha! Quick lesson in angles. I've got an old saw, but the blade spins true. These posts that I'm working on right now are going to have a very specific angle. I've made square pieces the same size, and I'm going to miter them, and they're going to form the prow angle on our deck and the wing angle. What are those angles? I don't know. I don't care. the deck is already built. So I went out on the job site and I made a mark on this piece. I've got one mark for the prow angle and one mark for the wing angle. And I bisected the angle. I'll show you. That is perfect. And it's somewhere around 20 degrees. That's all I need to know. That's what we'll make it. Now, Mr. Chickadee, you can find him on YouTube, he would have carved away on that for as long as he needed to get it. Me, I'm kind of partial to my routers. There you go. It's a perfect fit. And this tail, which will extend beyond the edge of the deck, will be able to lag through into the outside band that captures it. And then we'll be able to cover over it with another board and show just a reveal right on this outside edge. What you doing out here? Yes, sir. We got to build that aquifer.
Yeah, we just want to set that first rock, kind of give you something to look at before you got here. I told you, get this out of here.
Howdy, fellers! Woo!
Yeah, he wants all this gone.
Well, we can skid steer, or we can pull it straight back hill, really.
Well, you'll use it. I mean, I don't want it out of the way, but this man has a problem with moisture around this house.
Okay, so we want to do...
So we're going to build him an aquifer.
Sure.
And we're going to use, you got gravel?
It's on its way. He'll be here any minute.
Yeah, that's what we'll use, that gravel. See, we got that gravel there. We'll kind of get this pulled back, and we'll bring that gravel out to the bottom. And then we'll cover it with your cloth. Then we'll put our fines on it, and we'll start.
Okay. So you may get this shit out of the way or smooth it in?
It's good material, and we need it.
Okay. So
But we just need it on top of what we got to put down.
Oh, you want to put gravel under this right here?
Under this, yeah.
He's pulling down. We're pulling it back. Do you want it totally out of here?
Or do you want to put up with the rest of the piles?
I can get that bucket down here and move that a lot faster.
Yeah, move that.
Hey, get the skid steer, get all this shit's got to go up there to the pile.
It's great to work with, and you'll love having this.
Oh, it's easy to work.
Right,
And what we got is 1 inch clean, so it's easy to work.
right. I mean, this ain't my first rodeo.
Beautiful. It's,
And this man at this house, you know, what he wants when we walk away from this is an art level project. So I'm going, these old stones here, it'll look like it's always been here, and the house grew up out of it.
All right.
Okay, push it in there.
Go ahead and sand it down, you can probably shove it. Pretty heavy. 4 of us. Grab it out here, put it that way. Pull that corner around each pad.
Yep. And
Not all the same.
you're going to end up with about 6 inches of dirt in there too that slopes out. So it's going to be, the bottom will be kind of coming up out of the grass. So that's exactly what we wanted there.
We can turn it every which way we want. Bring it down, Danny boy.
Hey! Here, looky there. Something else like that.
I got some gloves.
Thank you.
Oh.
That might help.
That's fine. How are you sticking my fingers in there? I see what you're saying.
How many rednecks does it take to cook fajitas?
That's no better.
Let me get this stick out.
Come lift this up, Daniel, and I'll go ahead and no, the plate.
I am lifting the plate. There you go.
Boom.
So be that, huh?
Perfect. Here's the point in the project that has always frightened me. There's something about saying a thing, thinking of things, and then actually making it happen. Those two things are different. As a younger man, I was out there wallering rocks every day, and I had my finger on the trigger. But I've turned that over. See, I've got other younger men, and they are here. They're the ones that are pulling the trigger. I can point, I can coach, but it's time for another generation to figure this stuff out. You can do it.
I reckon.
I need to just find you some chunkier rock.
Hey, that'd be good.
Hey, tap that shit in, get this ground tightened up, built up right back there where it's tough.
Yeah, let's make sure everything that's in this pocket is good soil. So scoop that clay out. Then carry on with however you see to build it. I mean, you guys understand that.
Okay.
So I want water connection, and make sure every time you do a bed, you've got a conduit or two. I got one for water, one for pulling a low voltage wire.
Beautiful.
We're going to run a main water supply down. And we're going to poke it in underneath there,
Okay.
1 inch. That's going to be a new irrigation supply. We'll end up with a bed here again, but probably the
Well, see, that upper one is about titty deep on me right now. It's right here. Is the line that's got it. So see? Yeah, well, it's right here. Duh, it's right here. Everything's gonna be built up to part near here, right?
yeah.
Yeah. This is our line.
Fancy meeting you here.
Yep. Having the time of my life.
You become intimately familiar with every inch of this floor.
Yep.
But man, oh man, just look at it. Would you look
Tell
at
the
that?
difference, can't you? It does look a lot better sanded down. But if we don't get some sealer on it, another week or two, it'll look just.
Yeah. Yep. Irregardless of where we're at, once you get done sanding, seal what you got.
Yeah, what is it, like Thompson's?
No, it's special order stuff specifically for this hippie. I bought it from the same place I got the hippie. It's a real high viscosity sealer that will work with the natural oil in this.
Which is 5, 1
5.
inch. And then electric, 1 1/4.
Okay.
And that's about it. Yeah, got those labeled too.
Yeah, all the plumbing should be labeled.
Ready to cover it up.
So Judson Cannon,
Hey man, what's up?
how we feeling about life?
It's amazing how much y'all got done. It's just amazing.
It's great.
We did make a difference today.
Oh yeah.
Am I doing all right? Go ahead. You're doing great.
He's getting us fit, start up hill.
He does, yeah, but it takes a thinking man to figure that out.
It'll probably work again, won't it?
Oh, yeah,
I'm
it
just
will.
trying to clean it up a bit now. I don't know what's all the dirt out from under.
We got all kinds of little butterfly bird baths in that beautiful step rock.
Yeah, it looks good, don't it?
All right, now I'll go down here. Judson Cannon, what are you
Hey,
doing?
man, just trying to dig a little ditch out here. I'm a ditch digger. As long as it's not very deep, I can do it.
Hello in there.
What?
There's somebody in there. Jeanie Cannon, what are you doing?
Am I messing up?
That's what I love. Personal involvement. This is association, connection to the project, right?
That's right. I feel very connected.
I'll show you some connections. We are now in the somewhat final stages of assembling this irrigation system. There in that corner, there are runs poking out so that we can run electrical wires out. We put accent lights wherever we want them. And then to a pressure regulator. So we've got full line pressure all the way down to this manifold. Now your typical irrigation system will run one main trunk line out through the area to be irrigated, and then the control valves will be scattered. That means you have to run an additional line and follow all the control valves with power. And in the long run, in my experience, that's proven to be problematic, because you lose power under the ground for some reason, somewhere. And then what do? You've got no recourse other than dig the thing up and run a new line. So, since we're starting with square one on this one, I put the manifold right here. And this is semi-climate controlled. It is under the deck. It's sheltered from the weather. So they'll be able to irrigate whatever they want, whenever they want, and from wherever they want, because it will be connected via Wi-Fi to their network here, and they can access it from their phone anywhere. All right, Jud's the videographer here.
Yep, I am the videographer. I'm the choreographer as well. Everybody take a step left, take a step right. No, never mind. All right, so Colin's going to try to activate the water system that we installed today on the front beds. And if we're lucky, I will not get wet. Okay. Let there be agua. We got one down there kind of going crazy on the end. We got a fountain.
That was healthy.
That's
this one ain't. That's a dead. We seem to have a malfunction.
It's a geyser.
Got to borrow my sharpshooter? Hey Russ.
Hey.
I heard say that a weed is just a plant in the wrong place, right?
Well, I guess that's one way to put it, yeah.
So this holly was a weed.
That's a weed, yeah, very much weed. There's been a lot of weeds installed over the years. Yeah. Wrong thing, wrong place. We're going out now. Is there any other trees you need to dig, Russ? We've got one right up there by the sidewalk there, where that orange paint is. And then there's one around right behind where those guys are working on that lumber.
Okay, so, I mean, there's a spot that you can't move it.
All right. Well, I think we got those two right there.
I just let him do what he wants to.
Yeah. The only way to do it.
That way I can blame it on him.
Hi. Hey, now, let's go ahead and pull it out. Go ahead. Oh. There you go. Thank you, Chris. Yep.
Mike's idea.
I don't know. Let me look.
No, it's Tristan's idea.
Yeah.
Can you dig it?
Yes, he can.
Yes, he can. Lots of pretty little posies.
Colin.
Thirsty posies.
Yeah.
What do you think, Colin? Give me your eye.
These butterfly bushes here.
You're the one with the eye.
I think so, yeah. Yeah. Sorry?
You are the master gardeness.
Celery salt. What? Yeah. Hey, I'm in. That sounds good.
Celery salt.
Celery salt? Yeah. I just said celery stalks. No, celery salt. We'll hear in just a minute. Oh. We're about to. Okay.
Loud.
I guess I'm just gonna wait and look. Rather than boards that disappear. It's just a cool little bag I have.
Oh, put that out.
That
That hole right here?
I would assume that would be the last thing
Yeah,
we do
yeah.
after we get the shore done
There
up.
you go.
You get to the part two. Don't need it in there. Do you think we want to have Larry go ahead and put the humidifier in it, or you take that off him and get the other guy on?
I think we're doing about the best we can do with this, aren't we?
I think so. It ought to take pretty quick, too.
Plenty of moisture under it.
It's hot.
You want to let Larry know that and take that out of the wood.
Well, if they don't survive on the rocks, we can always cut them off later.
Yeah. You seeing any holes in this?
No.
So,
I'm just wondering what's going to happen when they hit that with a wheelbarrow.
We're not hitting this with wheelbarrow. We're not coming off the board with wheelbarrow.
Aaron on the call, come to the
They can toss them.
Hey, stop at the end of the board.
why?
Because it's just gonna sink if we get off the board. Yeah. We're just gonna have to throw them from, we gotta,
Yeah, Kyle's going to take 2 or 3 steps down the brick there and just toss them.
yeah,
Sure, it's a line.
because this is,
Slide them, yeah.
this is soft. This is soft. Soft.
When you're
I'm just trying to make it smooth for the side to lay
Kyle,
on.
you got the middles there?
So, Jeannie, they're talking about, did you ever watch
You
this?
just get them right here to the middle and into that side.
What's up, Kyle?
Boom.
So,
You should have run our stilettos. Walk out on them.
Yeah.
If one tears up, I'll take it. Boom, perfect.
That's it.
I'll erase my tracks. This one on? Yeah, right there will be fine. No, not a bad heads up. I thought it was
Don't throw very good.
somebody's wrong. I'll erase that stuff.
Spray, They just put it in,
That doesn't look like quite as good a sod as what we were
What
having
happened-
yesterday.
what happened is
That part there actually was wet.
Let's close the park line easier.
This is a different variety of things.
Oh,
Yeah, yesterday was that Zorro. This is Meyer.
Meyer.
Yeah.
Bud Meyer.
The idea is, Jeannie, the idea is no matter where the water comes from, whether it's surface water coming through the stone, face, facade in front of the house, or water coming up from the bottom.
Yeah, I can take dirt now.
The mortar and the bricks and all that.
I'll go ahead and let you do that square.
It's a barrier that stops all of it.